Hello. Today is a Drum Buddy owner special, but also a warning video about the dreaded RIFA capacitor. There are these old hard plastic encased caps that were oftentimes used as AC filter capacitors in power supplies, quite high voltage stuff. And what happens is that after 20 or 30 years, this plastic, cheap plastic that they use to make these things, starts deteriorating. You can see it coming off in my fingers, cracking and letting air in there, and then they start smoking and they blow up in a very dramatic smoke bomb sort of fashion. And I've had it happen to a number of these power supplies that I've been using for drum buddies for years and years. And you can imagine my alarm and dismay. So this video is to show those of you drum buddy owners out there how to remove this RIFA from your power supply. There's 3 of them in here. There's 1, 2, 3. This is the only one I've ever had blow up. So I'm going to focus on getting this one out of there without removing your power supply. And the power supply in your drum buddy is going to be in the upper left-hand corner. When you open the box, prop the lid open, get lots of light, get your tools. You're going to need a long needle-nosed pair of pliers. The longer, the better. And the power supply is going to be in their upper left-hand corner, and the capacitor we want to remove is in the center of the board towards the bottom, and it's going to be between these 2 components. And you're going to, if they're bent over towards it or touching it or whatever, you're going to want to very slowly, gently, slowly bend the leads of those 2 components out of the way so that you can access this with your pliers. What we're going to do is crush it to death and remove it. So once you've got it in sight and lots of light and your top is propped open and you got your pliers and everything, unplug, of course, unplug the drum buddy, unplug the audio, unplug everything, put your children in a hotel. Just kidding about that. Get your pliers, and there's 2 solder points on this, one on either end under there. If you're a hotshot, you can just find a way to pull this board and desolder that sucker, and then you're in business. But I think talking to some people that might not feel comfortable doing that, but this works. You want to get that pair of pliers in there and just gently wiggle it back and forth. You can hear cracking and all kind of horrible noises. Just work it slowly, either side, wiggle it, crack it, wiggle it, crack it. I'm not going to do it now because I want to show you this thing blowing up. Actually, hopefully it will do it. There we go. This is a video of somebody else who captured it actually blowing up, but it's the same power supply and it's the same RIFA cap. You can see the crack and you can see what happens. And then just slowly crush it and wiggle it, and sometimes you can break those solder joints and just pull it right out, and then get yourself a vacuum cleaner and vacuum up all the debris that might be around in the area where you have destroyed this RIFA cap. What I'm going to do is I'm going to unplug it and show you how to go about removing this. Now, I was hoping you would see the big show, but so Got my other components out of the way. Kind of twisting back and forth really gently. Really gently. You can squeeze it and almost crush that plastic. Try working on one side, then coming over and working on the other side, and just rock it back and forth, and then try to give it a tug. See? Whoop. Pulled it out. I'm not sure why it didn't blow up, but it may have been, in my fucking around with it, it might have been disconnected anyways. Because I tried to crack it so it would put on a show for you. But I'm going to plug the AC in again. Whoop. Get our meter up here. Find ground. Let's see. V2. V2 still only giving us 5 volts and it should be 12, so something is messed up there. V4 should be giving us negative 12. It gives us negative 5. V3 should be giving us 12 and it's giving us 6. So there's other issues with this power supply, but it is from 1982. So I am sorry you did not get a dramatic ending to this, but please, if you have a drum buddy with this power supply, remove this RIFA cap from that location and you will have a happy life.